Hey makeup junkies! Today it's all about the Chanel Spring Summer 2011 collection. As you can see, we're going graphic and we're going, basically in a very classic way, very smoky-eyed. Looking at the collection, we're taking inspiration straight off from the runway, and Karl Lagerfeld basically designed this collection while looking back on a 60s movie that Gabrielle Chanel herself designed the costumes for. So there's a big, strong 60s influence in everything, and very graphic when it comes to the classic tweeds that Chanel usually does. So today we're gonna be doing the makeup that goes with it, inspired from the runway and made wearable for every day. So we're gonna start off with our eyeshadow. I'm using my Trio eyeshadow in Graphics, and I'm gonna start with the gray tone right in the middle. I'm gonna use my 821 brush to apply it all over my eyelid. So now I'm gonna do the lower lash line, and I'm gonna use the gray and the black that I used from my Graphic Trio palette to create a little bit of a smoked out effect again. And for this, I'm using my A8 brush, small shader brush. So the most important product for this look that we're also going to be doing a little bit of a special effect with after is the smudge liner in Oh My Goth. So for this, we're going to rim the eyes and do a little bit of, eyeliner on the top lash line to really smoke it out and smudge it around. So now I'll be using my volumelash.com mascara in soft black to finish off my look. I've already curled my lashes, and I'm going to apply 2 coats. So now that we're done our eyes for this look, we're going to move on to just buffing the cheeks a little bit and putting a little bit of color on our lips. So I'm using the Mineral Powder Bronzer. This one's in Terra. And I'm using my blush brush. This is the A28 brush. So I'm going to just put a little bit in the cap, swirl my brush, tap off the extra powder, and just give my cheeks a little bit of a glow. For this look, you already have really intense eyes, so you want to just focus on making your skin look natural and kind of iridescent a little bit. You can even brighten up, put a little bit along the bridge of your nose, just to give your face some color. To finish off our look, we're going to use Rouge Metallic lipstick in Pink Zirconia, or Zircon Rose, and just apply it a little bit as if you would put on a lip gloss. I already have a balm on, so I'm just going over it with this, and it's going to give extra moisture, and this one it's naturally a bit metallic, so you're just going to add a little bit of color, and again, it's going to add shimmer. So the highlight of this look is definitely the tattoo styled, smudge liner that I did in the part of my hair. This was a big thing seen on the runways of the Chanel show for Spring Summer 2011. So I recreated it with the smudge liner in Oh My Goth, but there's so many smudge liners in crazy colors that you can really experiment with, and depending on the color of your hair and your style, you can play around with. My top picks for the smudge liners for the hair kind of tattoo print in the part would definitely be Purple Storm. I think this would be awesome on blondes, redheads. It's a nice purple, but it's still very neutral, so it would look very natural, I think, and still make a punch. Limette is awesome. I think this would look really good on someone with darker hair because of the contrast. And Wahine Blue is just for fun. I mean, it's a crazy color. It's awesome for spring and summer. You can do a lot, and especially if you have kind of a crazy color, dye job, you can play around with it a lot. So you're probably wondering, what do I wear with this makeup look? Chanel always keeps it very classic, and this season they made it also very graphic. So think black, white, and pastels. You want lots of texture in the clothing that you choose. You can think of feathers, sequins, twills, knitwear for the summertime. Think soft and light sweaters, beach style almost, but with a preppy edge. Some of the accessories that you can see from the Vogue collections, you can see again, it's very, very classic. So there's a lot of platforms, there's a lot of feathers on the handbags, even on the platforms, and on the shoes, a lot of textures and a lot of different materials that they're using. So you can mix it up, but again, stick with the classics, because Chanel is definitely a die-hard brand that is just forever lasting. It's eternal style. So basically that's essentially what the makeup is, with a little bit of an edge. Enjoy!